Hi, I'm Tanisha Andrews.
And I'm Jada Green.
And this is TBN Student News.
Welcome to the newscast by and about Putnam High School students.
Today we have stories about what students are doing in robotics and business information management.
We'll introduce you to 3 teachers who are new to Putnam this year.
And we'll tell you how Putnam students are reaching out to improve our community.
But first, Tanisha, have you gotten your flu shot yet?
Not yet, but I was thinking about it. Should I get one?
Let's watch this next story and decide.
The flu shot is a vaccine that you get every year, usually in the fall, and you get it to prevent the flu that's going to be the most common flu for the year. Every year the flu shot changes, so based on what flu they think is going to be out in the community is how they change the flu shot every year. So that's why it's important to get a flu shot every year.
Do you think you can get sick after taking a flu shot?
Yeah, I know people who have got sick after having the flu shot.
A lot of people, after they get the flu shot, they come to school sick, coughing, losing their voice, and just miserable.
Oh, that's a common misconception. A lot of people think that you can get sick from getting the flu shot or get the flu from getting the flu shot, and that actually doesn't happen. You might get maybe a stuffy nose or feel like you're getting sick, but that might be for another reason, not necessarily related to the flu. It has been proven that the flu shot does not give you the flu. Also, just so you know, the City of Springfield for the students offers flu shots. We have information in the nurse's office for any students that want to get a flu shot.
It sounds like I should go sign up for a flu shot. I do not like being sick.
Tanisha, have you seen the anti-bullying presentation that some Allied Health students are doing?
Not yet. Is it good?
Yes, it is. I got the chance to watch it and speak to 4 students who created it.
So we came up with this group to help people who are being bullied.
Basically, I was talking to freshmen on the second week of school, and they were telling me about how other kids in 9th grade were getting bullied already in the second week of school, and immediately I thought this has to stop. The goal we're trying to reach is to eliminate bullying in Putnam, because when I was a 9th grader, Putnam was like a family. Everyone was so cool with each other.
What made me want to join this group is I feel like bullying is a big issue in schools mostly, and spreading awareness and maybe stopping bullying can be a big thing. In 6th grade, I was bullied, and I've also seen kids in middle school be bullied.
We are planning to go to middle schools if this becomes more successful.
Tomorrow I have a ceremony where I'm going to be receiving a $1,000 grant so that I can use the money towards things for bullying. We're making t-shirts, sweaters, posters to put around the school to spread awareness, and so on and so forth.
While they are really tackling a worthwhile topic,
another shop tackling an important social issue is business information management. Senior Nilka Sostre produced this story. Check it out.
Putnam graduate Amani Harris came to Putnam to talk to the students in business information management and the Project Purple team about teen drug abuse.
Although the kids might think everyone does drugs today or smokes marijuana because it's okay, now it's been legalized. But the perception of that really truly is that they're not all doing it.
I learned from Amani about how the youth commonly doesn't have the right idea in mind. They think that the majority of youth are using non-prescription drugs, smoking weed, and drinking alcohol when that's not how it really is.
She let a known fact about teens who've been using marijuana.
And according to the Youth Risk Behavior Survey, which is a national survey, in Massachusetts, about 57% of youth are reporting to ever have used alcohol. That number is around 40 for marijuana.
Amani also talked about where teens get marijuana, alcohol, and prescription drugs.
Youth are abusing alcohol, marijuana, and prescription drugs, and they get it from a variety of places, whether it's, a friend, a family member, or they're going into family members' cabinets at home.
Amani talked about ways to stop teens from abusing drugs as well.
Initiatives like what's going on here with Project Purple and initiatives that I'm trying to start up at the health department is really having youth lead this movement and talking to their peers about the harms associated with substance use. I think the prevention piece and having an open conversation and creating a space where people can have these difficult conversations is key.
BIM is looking to become a part of the 84th chapter, So what I'm going to do with this information is I want to spread this information, especially since youth are more likely to listen to youth.
We'll be doing further stories following up with this project. This is Nilkanushka Sotra reporting for TBN Student News.
Meanwhile, I produced a story about some students in Skills USA who are doing their bit to help feed the homeless.
Putnam Skills USA is collecting 10,000 sandwich bags.
We're doing a community service outreach project with Operation Sunshine. So the sandwich bags are going to a homeless shelter so that they can put sandwiches in for the homeless shelter and distribute them out to the homeless.
After the sandwich bags are collected, they are given to Operation Sunshine at Springfield's rescue mission.
The purpose of Operation Sunshine is so we can collect the bags and that the homeless people can get some food.
The deadline is November 1st.
Operation Sunshine delivers 300 lunches each day for the homeless people to have food.
All our freshmen got a chance to learn some practical economic skills in our annual JA for a Day program.
What is the Junior Achievement Program?
So basically, Junior Achievement gives strategies through games and interactive stuff to help students learn economics and stuff like that.
What is the main focus of Junior Achievement?
To give these tools to students so that they can go into a work field or in college and succeed.
How long has the program been available?
I don't know.
Do you have a question? Like specifically, all right. So like specifically today, what was it about?
So we talked about credit cards, budgeting, and we also talked about career goals and what students want to do after high school. So yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Hey Jada, do you know why some students chose the robotics shop?
Not exactly.
Well, you're in luck. In today's story, one of our multimedia juniors, Ariana Patterson, interviews students from robotics, asking them why they're interested in that shop.
What interests me about my shop, robotics, is the technology and how it's evolving and how our teachers help us understand that. Usually on a daily basis, in the 11th grade of our shop, everyone's doing their own thing, where we go from mechatronics, electronics, VEX, which is like driving robots and stuff. So what it is, everybody's doing their own thing. We're learning at our own pace. And our teachers, even though it might seem like there's a lot of us, they get to all of us because we're able to learn at our own pace and understand everything.
My shop's interesting personally just because there's a lot of things you can do, there's a lot of variety, and you can take that path through any way, shape, or form and make it your own thing depending on who you are as a person. I work on urban search and rescue, and I take care of robots, and I basically maintain them and build and create things for a competition called Skills USA.
Shop is interesting to me because there's so much to do, there's so many career options, and all of it involves math. A competition called Skills USA for mechatronics. Yes, this was my first choice.
I don't know about you, Tiny, but I'm a bit more interested in robotics.
I guess you learn new things every day. Speaking of learning, did you know that we have new teachers?
Yes, I did. These next few stories introduce 3 of our new teachers.
I was born in Baltimore, grew up in East Longmeadow, and I live in Springfield now. I started at Westfield State through my junior year, and then I transferred out to Lesley University in Boston. My father works here and really loves it, and my sister also works in the Springfield school system and loves it too. So I was just looking for a change from my marketing career, and this seemed like a really great fit.
I grew up in a really small town in New York, Woodstock, New York. It's not very big at all. There's probably more kids in Springfield schools than there are in the town I grew up in. I kind of was chosen for Springfield, I guess, because, as a recent grad, I kind of settled where my first job was. And in this case, it was in East Hampton. And then I was fortunate enough to get into Springfield Public Schools, and I've stayed in the area and got lucky enough to transfer over here. So I kind of always admired and loved my PE teachers growing up. I struggle to sit in the classroom. I love to play, I love to be outside, do a ton of different activities. So I started kind of becoming more interested as I got into high school, and then I sat down with some of my PE teachers and I just kind of asked them where they went, what they did, and then I was lucky enough to settle at Springfield College and never really looked back. Right now I'm in grad school, so I don't have a ton of time for hobbies, but I love to play Frisbee games, basketball, soccer, all the major sports, loving NCAA basketball. Big Duke fan, so I always have to check their games out. Unfortunately, with grad school this year, I cannot coach, but in the future I would love to. I'd love to jump onto either soccer or basketball or really any sport. I just love to play.
I grew up in Wales and then I moved to Springfield. I go to school. I do like going to school, and I love shopping and collecting Wonder Woman stuff. I was a teacher director for a preschool classroom, 15 years for Head Start and 20 years total. My life before Putnam, I was a preschool teacher for the 20 years, and I was in military for 10. And I have 2 wonderful daughters, and my husband I've been with for almost 20 years. I had been teaching preschool so long, and I felt like coming to high school and teaching 9th and 10th graders what I know to get them started in early education would be a new kind of choice, a field choice for me that I benefit from.
If you want to see more stories about our new staff members, please visit our Beaver Network YouTube channel, the TBN channel.
We gained some teachers, but we lost an administrator. The story is by Deja Latterman, and is a story about a retirement gift created for Hillary Weisgerber.
Here we have Hillary's retirement quilt. It's made up, there's something that represents almost every shop in the building. There's something on here that represents every shop in the building, and a lot of our sports teams and other things that have been important during her time here at Putnam.
Miss Bowe made the t-shirt quote for Miss Weisgerber as retirement gift. As Miss Bowe was making the t-shirt quote, she had to add different fabrics for the shops that had smaller logos.
If their logo was small, like multimedia, I had to make something up to fill out to be equivalent to a t-shirt. And so for this one, for example, I found multimedia fabric and I made a simple 9-patch square. You'll notice there's a yellow and blue border all the way around the outside. That's made up of autographs from shop teachers, administrators, and other important people in her career here at Putnam. So, that's the t-shirt quilt. This is Hillary's retirement gift. Hillary, we hope you enjoy it for many, many years, and you know that you're wrapped in Putnam love whenever you do.
We all hope she is enjoying a great retirement.
That's our show for today. Please look for us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.
And don't forget to like us and follow us.
And look for us next on Instagram.